Hi there. This particular tip has to do with kind of reverse digging a bore section. I don't know if you can see right here, that's where the bore section came out. They pulled it to surface. I don't know why. I'd rather pull it into a tail ditch, but anyways, so you can't see in this frame, but if I do this, you'll see that there's not enough room between here and where they got stripped to have the hose sit back there and get down to enough depth to have a overbend be welded in to bring this back to grade. So I'm going to reverse dig it. I'll dig down each side of it and work my way back until I'm down to the proper, probably right back to where it's stripped. And then I'll have to come back and re-expose it, because as I'm digging it I'll have to backfill it so I have some place to sit. Yeah, it takes twice as long. If they'd have just dug a tail ditch, it would have been a lot better. But when you're digging out these type of stubs, the best thing to have is have a bit more exposed. I really don't have much exposed right now, so you can get the angle on it. But I do have a couple stakes to give me a rough idea. So you want to dig off to the side of it. And when you can't see it, go in easy. Just start gouging away. Get down beside it, you can push over towards it. Then if you bump up against it, you're not going to put a dent in it or anything like that. There we go. Now I'm starting to be able to see what angle it's on. And when you're reverse digging it like this, you don't have to go right down to depth right off the bat, because you're just going to have to backfill it anyways. So now I can get my hole over a bit more. Typically I like to line my track up with the pipe, then I know that the bucket's always pulling away from it. As long as you don't bring your bucket down right on top of the pipe, you should be always pulling away from the pipe instead of in towards it. Drilling mud here, usually if you're lucky, a lot of the times the dirt will fall away nicely, because they usually ream it out with a lot bigger reamer than the pipe. This is 20-inch pipe, so they probably reamed it with a 30-inch reamer, or maybe even a 36, I'm not sure. So there'll be a bit of fluid around it, and the dirt should fall off quite nicely. That there, it just slides off. So once you get back to where you can't reach anymore, and this too, like typically you'd be sloping everything out, making it safe, getting it right down to grade if you were sitting back here and digging back the other way. But this, you just need one bucket wide. You just need to see the pipe or whatever will stand. If the ground won't take one bucket wide, you'll have to put a bit of slope on it and then just backfill it later. So that's about as far as I'm going to go on that side. Give it a bit of a push down brush. Usually pulls everything off. Another thing that's helpful, you can see my tooth marks there. If you lose sight of your pipe, you always have those tooth marks to go off of. You don't want to be offset one set of tooth marks though, because you're going to whack the pipe. So you always want to be tight to the edge of that last cut that you made. Some of this might be a review from one of the other videos that I've made, but it's good to review that stuff. Okay, now I'm going to pop over to the other side. We'll expose that. Up here, I like to sit off to the side. Line up my track with the pipe. You probably can't see that in the video right now. That's what I'm doing. There. And now, just start at the back again, what I can see. That off. Hopefully that dirt falls away nice. Hopefully this audio is better than the last one. I think I figured out what I did wrong. I had the air conditioning on and it was blowing right on the mic. So it sounded like there was about a 40-mile-an-hour wind. I'm going to turn right down now. Shouldn't be an issue. See how nicely that comes away from the pipe there, and you're always pulling away from the pipe. Okay, I'm going to pause this now until I get down to depth and start working my way back the other way. Okay. Here we go again. As you can see, I've been backfilling as I've been going. I have to sit off to the side now, not right in line with the pipe because the stub was kind of sticking out of the ground. Right down here somewhere. So you just keep following it along. Unfortunately, this bore is in so shallow that I don't think I can get down to where they're going to have to make a tie-in before I'm off the right of way. I think they're going to have to come and strip some more, or let us strip some more. This little bit here. Show you that. Just dig it down, bring it up in front of you, pack it back in. It's a lot of work, but sometimes it's the only way you can get it done. Following it along. If you're lucky, it should fall off. If you're having trouble, again, like I said, just squeeze over. It's better to squeeze over like that than to try and come closer when you can't see it and come down on top of the pipe. So I'm going to have to get down to about 12 feet or so to be at the right depth. It'll be close because right now that's all I got left to dig, and I'm only down about 7 feet. Just gotta keep following along one side at a time. Hopefully when you're digging it you don't completely bury the other side so you still have something to go off. If it looks like you're going to lose sight of the other side, just jump over and clean it out quick. Okay, I'm going to pause it again and then I'll show you when we start digging back the other way. Alright, I've gone back as far as I can go now. Not as far as I can go, but as far as I need to go. Should be able to see the pipe down there. Now I have to start going below the pipe, because they have to be able to get a beveler around there to be able to weld. And I also have to start sloping it. You can see here, got just enough room to start where the topsoil ends there and put a decent slope on the front side. But before I start doing that, I want to dig quite a ways down beside the pipe. That way, when I start caving all this in to dig my slopes, I don't lose sight of that pipe. Only pull in enough so that it doesn't completely cover up the pipe again. Because you don't want to go, nobody can get in there to uncover the pipe for you. So you always have to know where that pipe is. That's one bad thing about this method. It takes a long time because you have to nip away at the dirt. You just can't go full bore. So I'll start my side slopes. And once I get them done, then I'll work on the front face ditch. And again, make sure you got a good set of tooth marks marked in the bank all the way out if you can. That way, if you ever do lose the pipe, you just follow your outside set of tooth marks down and you're not going to hit the pipe. You should be able to take a few scoops and uncover it. So I'll pause it and I'll dig the slopes on both sides and start my stairs on the work side. And then I'll flick it back on and we'll start following the pipe back up the other way. There, that's what she looks like when she's all finished. As you can see, I had to go right up to the topsoil, and that just gave me enough so that they can pull a bend right here and get a tie-in down here. They're probably going to have to cut that weld out. It's only about 1.9 meters deep through here, but it's such a steep bore down there, it looks like it's pushing 4 meters. If you're wondering why they didn't just bring the bore back so they were further away from the edge of the right-of-way, back over here, I don't know if you can see it there, there's a hot line, so they couldn't set the drill back any further. You may never have to use that technique, but hopefully you don't have to use it anyways, because it kind of sucks. It takes a lot of time. And I know there were some requests of some other videos that they wanted, like one for steep hills. It's just, I haven't been in the hills for quite a while, and I can't see being out in the steep hills anytime in the future, but if I ever do get out there again, I'll make sure I get that video made. Okay, I hope that helps.